Well, the weather has been bitter, but the number of new listings and sales data is showing that the real estate market is beginning to thaw out a little bit. In postcode 3977, there were 107 sales reported in July 2024. Now, that is down 23% on July last year. But there have been 9.1% more properties sold in 2024 so far than there were at this time, the same time of year in 2023. And while the market is not what we would call flying high price-wise, the median house price is actually up a little bit at 2.8%. So what do we expect to see in coming months? Higher numbers of houses for sale. This is pretty much a given. We are heading into spring, which normally sees more activity. And we are beginning to see it playing out with the appraisal numbers. So homeowners who are going to be coming to market, not just sort of getting a feel for what the values are or an update, those numbers are higher than they have been for quite some time. And, honestly, we are already working with quite a number of homeowners who are at the very beginning stages of doing the prep work, getting ready to get ahead of that expected spring burst. Now, one of the key things that has been holding people back from selling is that they haven't been able to see what they would buy next. So they've, realistically, they've been super hesitant about selling before they buy. But this is going to change once they start seeing more activity on the listing side of things. Now, the flip side of this for sellers who are waiting will be that the buyers have more choice. And when buyers have more choice, we hit the price plateau where buyers are just not going to be prepared to compete or stretch quite as much to secure a particular home when there are others on the market available that also suit them. So if they don't get that house for the price they offer first up, simply they move on to the next one. There's a real noticeable difference in the amount of negotiation power from the seller's side. Unless, of course, the property is unique and offers a distinct advantage to that buyer, that they value that high enough. So it may be, say, 2 master bedrooms or a particular school zone. So in the market, the reality right now is there is no set formula for pricing houses, and there's no predictability for how the market will respond to each individual property. The market is in a continual state of change, and there's not even 2 campaigns that are necessarily performing exactly the same or having the same outcomes. So why is that? As with everything, it comes down to the demand for the product style. So let's say the most highly sought after home is a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2 living area home with a double garage, which, by the way, is exactly the case. The upgrades, the location, even the direction the home faces will have an impact on the demand. The higher the demand for the product, the higher the end price. But that's not all. How the home is marketed plays a huge role in the outcome as well. No matter what is happening in the economy, interest rates, whatever, people are still buying property. Some are seeing the current market conditions as the ideal time to get into the market for the very first time. They've got less competition and less pressure. They don't have to rush quite as much to that decision. And of course, there's always the life changes happening. The young growing family who are bursting at the seams and need a bigger home, for instance. The downsizers who are no longer wanting or able to keep up with all of the maintenance of a larger, older home. And unfortunately, some sadder reasons also. We as agents just have to be a little bit more agile and proactive in how we market each property to achieve the very best possible outcome for our clients. Well, that's it for the July 2024 market wrap. I'll see you again next month. But as always, if you have any real estate questions or needs in the meantime, give me a buzz, Jo Mooney, 0407 344 011.